Like I mentioned earlier, Photoshop is a resolution dependent program, meaning everything is set up for a specific number of pixels. Now, there are vector elements inside Photoshop, but you have to realize that Photoshop rasterizes everything that's vector at the resolution of your document. Okay, so let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about those vector elements of Photoshop. I'm going to go into number 3 here, vector versus raster. And let me just go into this smart object. And you can see we actually have the 3 vector elements that technically remain vector when you're using Photoshop. The first one is when you use Illustrator elements right inside Photoshop. You can copy and paste them, or you can file place or import an Illustrator file directly into Photoshop. And when you do, it makes this smart object. And if I double click on it, again, it'll open up Illustrator, and I have access to everything that I normally would with Illustrator. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close that, jump back. What's nice about this, if I hit Command T for free transform, you'll see I can scale him down. And then if I hit Command T again, scale him back up, he stays vector, right? This is great. He stays nice and crisp and clean, and he doesn't have all those pixelated crap that I showed you in the previous document. So these vector smart objects are great. The shape layers are very basic paths. You can select them, you can see they're paths that can have a fill and a stroke, and they are actually a fairly primitive form, but they are really handy, and they're also in After Effects. So these shape layers, you'll use them a lot. And then of course type. Okay, type layers remain vector. So if I scale them down or scale them up, actually, I guess I should hit Enter to prove it. Command T, and I'll scale it back up. You can see those elements are resolution independent, but if I zoom in, you can see they're still technically being rasterized at the resolution of my document. So if I make a really low res document and then I export it out, it's not going to look very good if I'm using it beyond the size that I intended. So it's just important to realize that you kind of get used to them, and you're inside Photoshop, and sometimes you forget that you always have to make sure that your Photoshop document is at the right size, regardless of the types of layers that you're using.